भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Good afternoon, friends. Today we are going to talk upon the next chapter in our series that's going on, Patanjali's Yogic Concepts, and we are up to the part 7 now. Till now, last lecture we have seen pranayam, we have seen yam, niyam, asan, then pranayam. Lastly, we are coming towards pratyahara, which falls just after pranayam. As you can see, Patanjali has given Ashtanga Yoga as a largest concept to the world. Herein included are yamas, niyamas, asana, pranayam, pratyahara, dharana, dhyan and samadhi. So of this Ashtanga Yoga, we have now reached up to pratyahara, which comes as the fifth anga of Ashtanga Yoga. To show you this series, the importance of pratyahara is it falls at the junction of Antaranga Yoga and Bahiranga Yoga. Now the Antaranga Yoga includes Bahiranga Yoga includes yama, niyama, asana, pranayam, and then the Antaranga Yoga comes down to dharana, dhyan and samadhi. Pratyahara lies at the junction of this Bahiranga Yoga and Antaranga Yoga. It is the end of the Bahiranga Yoga just to facilitate the further process of Antaranga Yoga consisting of dharana, dhyana and samadhi. Now we will be seeing through what is pratyahara as mentioned by Patanjali. Patanjali briefly describes pratyahara in two sutras of the second chapter, that is Svavishaya asamprayoge chitta swarupanukara iva indriyam pratyahara and tata paramavashyate indriyana. So the two sutras, as I have already told you, Patanjali has been very brief upon his concepts. He has given very few sutras to describe even asanas and pranayam, of which we hear a lot about today. But basics he has described into very small concepts, describing it into just a couple of sutras or triplets at times. So here for pratyahara also he uses only two sutras. Now we will be seeing in through what is the meaning of these two sutras and basically what is pratyahara. Pratyahara, if we see the word meaning, can be divided into two parts, prati and ahara. So prati, if we know Sanskrit or general Hindi also, when we write a letter, it is prati and pressure. So prati is two or two words, and ahara is that what is ingested or that what is gained through the senses. Okay. In general terms, we eat food, so we say it is ahara. But if we make it elaborate and spread it over all the five senses, then each of the five senses has its own ahara or subject for that matter. Subject or object of perception. Like for instance, if we say five indriyas, grossly ear, skin, eyes, tongue and nose. Five for Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa and Gandha are their arthas. Arthas means that what they perceive. The particular indriya is meant to perceive. Now ear is meant to perceive Shabda. Shabda. Similarly, now what is pratyahara? Widely it is understood as curbing of the senses or restricting the senses, reviving them to move inwards. Okay, so it is most of the times understood as we are occluding the senses from perceiving their particular arthas. But if we see in through the Patanjali's Yoga Sutra perfectly and divide the meaning and understand it, then it gives a still better and wider understanding of what is called as pratyahara. If we see it grossly, and as per Ayurveda also, this is the process by which we get jnana. That is, artha is the object or subject of which the perception is made by that particular indriya in connection with the manas and atma. Then we are able to pursue any knowledge from the external world. Unless and until my manasa, that what is called as sattva, is not taking a part into this chain, till that point of time knowledge is not gained, or jnana, that process of jnana grahan doesn't take place. So the involvement of the manas is very important, and it is said that at a time the manas can gain knowledge from only one sense at a time. Nowadays we talk about multitasking and many other things and many other ways of working, but the truth is, at a moment of time, the manas can help to pursue only one indriya artha, any particular, only one thing. Even if now you are seeing me as well as you are hearing me, in that also the manas is so fast that it is continuously, at a moment it connects to the vision, at a moment it connects to the ears, it keeps on switching from one to other. So it is like a lot of mics are spread on the stage, and there is that mixer which takes in all the information and gives out a single output. Okay, so the speed of manas is so fast that it is able to perceive things at such a fast rate that we are able to visualize everything and hear everything at a moment. We feel that everything we are doing at a particular moment. We are multitasking. But that multitask also has fractions and fractions of seconds in it. And the speed of mind is that fast that it is able to multitask and present it as if it is a one single task only. So, now what Pratyahara says is, we have to restrain these senses from gaining this external stimuli, and on the other hand make them move inwards. These senses should move inwards. That's why they have said Chitta Swarupanukara. What is yoga? Yoga is Chitta Vritti Nirodha. So the vrittis have to be curbed. That is one thing. But at the same time, what has to be pursued? What has to be pursued is, what is this ahara? And that ahara they are saying is Chitta Swarupa. So I have to understand my Chitta in its true sense or form, or just go beyond it also later on. So Pratyahara is a stage. After that we are going to go into Dharana, Dhyana and Samadhi, which are still higher. So till Pratyahara we are at least able to restrain all these senses and make them move inwards to perceive what is my Chitta, understand what is the Chitta Swarupa, and then go even beyond it. So, as per what I understand in these two sutras, Swa Vishaya Asamprayoga he has said, and the second part of the sutra says Chitta Swarupanukara. So, Swa Vishaya Asamprayoga is for that indriya. Every indriya has its own artha, we have seen. As ears have, Karnendriya has Shabda as its artha. So, that is called as a Vishaya. Artha is called as a Vishaya. That subject of perception of that particular indriya. So, first thing is, it has to do that asamprayoga. And the second part is